You could take a guy like Canelo. This guy could do. He can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude.
You can compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
When Floyd Mayweather called out Terence Crawford following Canelo Alvarez's recent fight, he once again shook up the boxing world. Mayweather didn't hold back, showing his eagerness to return to the ring for another high-stakes matchup. Known for his unmatched confidence and perfect record, he generated excitement among fans and analysts alike. The prospect of Mayweather facing Crawford, widely regarded as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters today, adds even more intrigue and unpredictability to the sport. The tension is palpable.
Canelo this week actually said something interesting. He goes that Crawford's better fighter than Mayweather. Do you agree with that? Do you feel like he is?
I think he's more all-rounded in some ways, but Mayweather was so good at certain things that made him impossible to beat. He really stuck to his niche of style, where Crawford kind of tries to fight the more honest, I guess, exciting, traditional way, being there, just moving out the way, landing the shot, where Mayweather would have you dancing around him and chasing him and falling short and falling in and countering the life out of you, and knew and understood 10-9 rounds better than anyone else. Like, you only have to win 7-10-9 rounds clear and you've won the fight as long as you don't get put down. And obviously he never really got put down. I know there's a few question marks, but for all intents and purposes never got put down, and he was the best, one of the best to ever do it. It's very hard to go a whole career undefeated.
Terence Crawford preserved his perfect record by defeating Canelo Alvarez via split decision, claiming the super middleweight title in a fight that took place at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas on September 13, 2025. It was one of the most anticipated boxing events of the year. Moving up in weight classes for the bout, Crawford entered the ring with confidence. Though Canelo was bigger and stronger, Crawford controlled the pace, using precise boxing, agile footwork, and sharp combinations to secure the victory.
What did you think of the fight?
Man, I loved it, man. I loved the fight, man. I love the fight. I did not know how it was gonna go. I didn't think the weight was gonna be a problem for Terence Crawford. I'm on record saying I didn't think it was gonna be a problem, but it stood to be seen. It needed to be seen, and I knew we would have known after the first, second, or third round. You feel what I'm saying? And when I seen how Canelo was respecting his jab and how Canelo was respecting his power from the very beginning, I knew how it was gonna go. And I knew that Bud was only gonna get stronger and get bolder and, start to wear him down, because Canelo is known to start to wear a little bit in the later round.
Everyone said that Crawford was not going to exchange tonight, and he traded with Canelo up close.
Man, Bud is the best, man. Bud is the best. I've been on wax and saying that, Bud. I've been on wax and saying that for a couple of years now. I bet against Bud on Spence. I bet against Bud on Porter. I didn't think that Bud was the best. I got to give it to him. Bud the best, right? He's hands down. He the best. He the best right now. I don't think nobody need to question him no more. I mean, you kind of got to give him his respect no matter what. You got to give him his respect. He just went up 2 weight classes what people said he couldn't do. He's doing everything that people say he can't do, and he is doing it with ease. Right? You got to respect that.
Break it down for me. How did he win that fight in the way he won it tonight?
He won the fight by gaining Canelo's respect. I think he was already in Canelo's head a little bit. I think that even though Canelo knew he was smaller and everything else, these fighters are still humans and they hear what the people are saying. Canelo was, I'm sorry, not Canelo. Crawford was undefeated. Look at what he did to the Spence. I mean, look at what he's doing to some of these people. So no matter what, I mean, you have to take that into consideration.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. placed a $50,000 bet on Terence Crawford to defeat Canelo Alvarez, confident in Crawford's abilities despite him being the underdog. With moneyline odds of plus 148, Mayweather's wager paid off when Crawford won by majority decision, earning him $124,000. The bet highlighted not only Mayweather's belief in Crawford's skills, but also his deep understanding of the sport and its dynamics.
Check this out, guys. Floyd Money Mayweather just shared on social media that he bet $50,000 on Crawford to win, and he won $75,000 back. So Crawford made Mayweather $74,000. Most people that I talk to were betting on Canelo. A few people bet on Crawford. How much money did you win on Crawford? $200 here, $200 there. But most people that I know bet on Canelo. And we'll hear from Canelo. We're going to hear from Crawford. And I'll keep you guys posted. But right now, Floyd Money Mayweather bet on Crawford and made some money. What do you want to see Crawford do next? What do you want to see Canelo do next? Let me know. Definitely interesting developments here tonight. When I watched the fight live, I thought Canelo won. I think Canelo won. I have to watch it again, but with no audio because I know the broadcasters were all against Canelo. They were all against him all week from the rivals. So I don't expect anything different.
Mayweather has also made his stance in the pound-for-pound rankings clear by calling Terence Crawford the best fighter in the world. He praised Crawford's skill, discipline, and dominance across multiple weight classes, particularly after his impressive performance against Canelo Alvarez. For Mayweather, being pound-for-pound is about more than just collecting belts. It's about consistently proving you are the best against top-level competition. In his view, Crawford has done exactly that, establishing himself as the fighter to beat in modern boxing by defeating elite champions while remaining unbeaten.
Right now, in your opinion, who's the best fighter in the world?
We can put Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion, something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford as number.
Crawford has always admired Mayweather, not just for his skills in the ring, but also for how he managed his career and built a lasting legacy. Over time, this respect grew into a genuine bond between the two. Mayweather often shares advice and insights with Crawford, which he takes seriously and applies in his own career. Their friendship reflects a deeper connection built on shared goals, mutual respect, and a clear understanding of what it takes to achieve greatness in sports.
I know how you is, you be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever, keep it real, boy, keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fighting. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
Boy, you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd, nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll be this. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
A few days ago, Canelo told reporters that he believes Crawford is far superior to Floyd Mayweather. This statement caught many off guard, especially considering that Mayweather defeated Alvarez in their first matchup back in 2013, when Alvarez was just 23 and undefeated. Crawford, however, used lightning-fast hand speed, excellent footwork, and a near-perfect game plan to outbox Alvarez over 12 rounds, delivering a performance that was truly outstanding. Even after moving up in weight classes, Crawford managed to neutralize Alvarez's heavy punches with smart defense and sharp counterattacks.
Fight Hub TV, right here in the middle.
Yeah.
Champ, first off, I want to thank you for the illustrious career that you have given us in the game. You've been a steadfast professional in the way that you conducted yourself, and I want to thank you on behalf of all of the boxing media.
Thank you, sir.
Number
my
two,
pleasure.
Champ, I wanted to ask you, this was a fight that we haven't seen from you before. We've never seen you have the sustained and prolonged frustration during the fight. Was there a point in time where you figured that this just wasn't going to be my night? And if you did, when did that happen?
No, I never thought that. I always try. All the rounds I try, but you need to accept it, right? Sometimes you cannot go, and I try all the rounds. I never think about that because imagine, so I cannot think in that way. But I try my best tonight.
And lastly for me, Champ, in the world of comparisons that we live in right now, if you can, compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Canelo Alvarez recently stated that he believes Crawford is far superior to Floyd Mayweather. In response, Floyd's uncle, Jeff Mayweather, fired back with some harsh words. He suggested that Canelo's comment might be an attempt to elevate Crawford's reputation in a way that makes Canelo's own record look more reasonable. Jeff also pointed out that Canelo's loss to Mayweather came when Canelo was in his prime, contradicting the notion that Mayweather was past his peak. Additionally, he disagreed with the comparison of defensive skills, insisting that while Crawford is talented, Mayweather's defense remained superior.
If we remember, Canelo at that time was a razor-thin decision. Floyd won, majority decision. C.J. Ross had it with what a lot of people had as a draw. And then the other two judges scored it for Floyd, of course.
Yeah, nobody had it.
And that was a Floyd at the top of his game with a very green Canelo with very little experience, and he still took him, into deep waters. So
what was Canelo? What, 20-something? 20 what? 23, 25?
Yeah, he was. Very, very young in the game, obviously.
Very young. He had more fights than Floyd, and he lost. Yeah, but man, that was 30-something years old, 36.
But Floyd was clearly at the top of his career, and Canelo had fought a lot of people.
But his career. But how you at the top of your career in your prime? You in your prime. You ain't in your prime when you're at 36. That's not your prime.
Did he lose? I mean,
your prime is in your 20s.
It's different for different people.
Yeah, okay. Well, and that's why Canelo is saying what he's saying.
Do you? Want
to make himself look like he did something great?
Greg Hackett, who trains Floyd Mayweather Jr., has weighed in on the ongoing debate between Mayweather and Crawford, insisting that Mayweather remains the superior fighter. While he acknowledges Crawford's impressive victory over Canelo Alvarez, Hackett believes Mayweather's defense and ring intelligence give him the edge. He also points out that, despite Crawford's talent, Mayweather's undefeated record and dominance across multiple weight classes make him historically superior. Hackett's perspective highlights the ongoing discussion in boxing circles about who truly deserves the title of the best fighter of this era.
The Floyd Mayweather that Canelo Alvarez fought.
Yeah.
In the last version of Terence Crawford that we've seen in the ring.
Yeah.
Who's the better fighter, Jay?
Of course you got to give it to Floyd. Floyd at that time, Ben, what's up? Floyd at that time versus Canelo was in total confidence. His skill set, his IQ, you know what I'm saying? Everything he do, he was just a complete fighter that night. But I feel like was up against a lot because he was fighting a guy that we knew something about, but we ain't know too much about. People don't understand how much a fighter could be thrown off by what he don't know. And the reason it throws you off is because you're actually learning about the fighter while you're in there. That's what Bud went up against that night. That's why he didn't look so great to me.
It's evident that Eddie Hearn disagrees with Canelo Alvarez's claim that Terence Crawford is superior to Floyd Mayweather Jr. Hearn noted that Crawford's record doesn't quite match Mayweather's, highlighting that many of Crawford's opponents were past their prime when he faced them. While acknowledging that Crawford has notable victories, such as his recent win over Canelo, says Mayweather has.
Canelo saying that Crawford's a better fighter than Mayweather. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't. But I think Crawford's a phenomenal fighter. The thing is with Crawford, and I was kind of goading him on this, and it's not his fault. His resume's not that impressive. Like I said to him, tell me your best win ever. This is what I said to him. And you know what he said? Ricky Burns. Right? Now, Ricky Burns is a great fighter. He's my guy. He's a 3-division world champion. But you can't say that he is, like one of the greats. He's one of the greats of Scottish boxing. But if you're talking about one of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters of all time, it's not Terence's fault that he hasn't been able to get those fights. But a lot of the guys that he's fought have been done. Even arguably Ricky Burns at the time. I know he went on to win other world championships, but he was kind of on the slide at that time. Kell Brook, Amir Khan, Gamboa, all of these guys. Who else did he beat? Ndongo, like Errol Spence, another example. Terence is brilliant, but he's never actually really had many notable victories. This would be it. I mean, this would be an incredible achievement. But I just feel like at the age that they're at, like, what is going to happen in this fight? And I just see I don't think Terence, because he shouldn't, is going to take that many chances in the fight. He needs to use his movement, use his footwork, which Canelo doesn't like, and win rounds. And Canelo doesn't really like to force a fight. When did you last see Canelo really trying to get a finish?
Floyd Mayweather is widely regarded as one of the greatest boxers of all time. According to Colonel Motton, even with all the recent talk about Terence Crawford's dominance, Mayweather's flawless record, ring intelligence, defensive mastery, and ability to excel across multiple weight classes set a standard that's hard to beat. Motton praised Crawford's achievements, particularly his victory over Canelo Alvarez, but emphasized that true greatness isn't defined by a single fight. It's about maintaining excellence over time, staying at the top, and often making history with an undefeated streak.
Where do you sit with this? Because two pound-for-pound greats of this era. Canelo, we see the resume. Crawford, two-time undisputed. Potentially this weekend becomes 3. I've said in a few interviews, is it skills pay the bills, or does a good big man beat a good little man? How do you see it?
I feel like the skills pay the bills, and I feel like Crawford's not that much littler than Canelo. We've seen in the face-off that they're around the same size. If not, Crawford like a little bigger than. Yeah, for sure. So really just we're gonna see tomorrow. How it plays out. Whoever the better man is that night, I feel like will win. I feel like it's even playing fields, and both guys coming ready. So we're just gonna have to see.
If Terence does win this, a lot of people are saying that puts him as the greatest of all time. Now, I know it's hard because obviously you've been with Floyd, and a lot of people are saying Floyd is the greatest. But does that at least put him in that conversation with your Floyd Mayweathers, your Manny Pacquiao's, your Sugar Ray Leonards, all the greats of the past, and obviously Canelo obviously as well because he'll be there. Does that put him there?
Yeah, for sure. Of course, nobody will ever. I feel like Floyd will always be the greatest of all time.
Crawford, on the other hand, spoke about the many parallels between himself and Floyd Mayweather Jr., emphasizing that every fighter should be evaluated within the context of their own era. He believes he is the best boxer of his generation, just as Mayweather was in his time, and sees little value in direct comparisons. This perspective reflects Crawford's confidence in his accomplishments and his desire to leave a unique mark on the sport, separate from the legacy of other stars. Terence Crawford's longtime trainer, Brian Bulmer McIntyre, also weighed in, making it clear that they won't rush into another fight following Crawford's high-profile victory over Canelo Alvarez. Bulmer stressed that after such a major win, the focus should be on recovery, both physically and mentally, rather than immediately discussing potential opponents.
We're going to get back in the gym. And we're going to assess that. And, right now I just want him to go on vacation, have some fun, spend time with his family, man, because we trained for probably a half a year for that fight. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of time spent away from home, a lot of time spent away from the family. So I just want him to just go get back home.
And what for you?
Damn. And for you? Man, hey, this is thing. Appreciate you.
What you saying about training a half a year?
You trained almost a half a year for that fight. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it was so sharp. Everybody.
Bernie Thigh Boxer, a longtime fan of Terence Crawford, was highly critical of the judge's decision after the Canelo fight, claiming that the scoring didn't reflect how dominant Crawford was. He argued that many rounds were scored incorrectly or too closely, despite Crawford clearly controlling the pace, displaying superior boxing skills, and working harder than Canelo throughout the fight. According to Bernie, the judges failed to give Crawford the credit he deserved, making the scorecards feel unfair. Even though Crawford won by unanimous decision, the controversy highlights how questionable judging can frustrate fans, even when the winner seems obvious. Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather offers a different perspective on the matchup, having defeated Canelo Alvarez back in 2013 when Alvarez was undefeated and rapidly rising in the sport. That victory remains one of the defining moments of Mayweather's legendary career, showcasing his defensive mastery and ring intelligence.